In a small town in northern Ontario, the year 1922, Rene Caisse first learned of a cancer remedy which she termed Essiac.
Unbeknownst to history, this fragile Canadian nurse has heroically managed to cure thousands of people from cancer with a simple concoction of herbs. While nursing an old patient, Rene noticed that she had a scar on her breast. The patient said it was left over from a cancer she had cured over 30 years before, using a mixture of herbs suggested by the medicine man from the local Ojibwe tribe. Rene tried the same formula on her aunt, who had recently been diagnosed with cancer.
I went down and I asked Dr. R.O. Fisher, who later was Dean of the University of Toronto, if he would watch over her, if I would try some of these herbs. And he said he would. And it took quite a while, but she got better. And she lived for 21 years.
After that successful experience, Rene quit the hospital and began curing people with a mixture of herbs that would become known as Essiac, which is her last name, spelled backwards. Soon, the voice spread, and the number of patients healed from cancer started to multiply.
In about 1943, I was diagnosed in Toronto General Hospital as having a growth in the bowel, which was inoperable. And that was in January, and my husband was told that when the snow was gone, I would probably be gone with it. So through friends, I was directed to Miss Caisse, and I came to her and had treatments from her for practically 3 years, and felt I was cured, and I've had no return of it since.
Dr. R.O. Bastida of Bracebridge sent me a patient, cancer of the bowel, Bert Rosen, and I cured him. So Dr. Bastida went before the town council and mayor and persuaded them to give me a building that they had taken for taxes as a clinic, that I had made a great discovery and that I should be supported in my own hometown. So they set up the clinic where I treated for 8.5 years.
In a few months, the clinic was fervent with activity, with patients flocking in from all different places.
Her clinic would be full every time we were there. There were people came in ambulances who were not able to come in for a treatment. She would have to go out and administer the medicine out in the ambulance. Then as time went on, we watched these people be able to walk in. And finally, they were driving their own car to get Essiac.
I treated from 300 to 600 patients a week. And the only way they would allow me to do this was free of charge, and I had to have a doctor's diagnosis for every case I treated.
So we brought the diagnosis to Nurse Caisse, and I took treatment from her every week for about a year. And I have no cancer today.
It was one Dr. Leonardo from Buffalo who had immediately recognized the potential of Rene's cancer cure to warn her of what was waiting ahead.
Dr. Leonardo, he was a cancer surgeon, and he said, "Do you think you have a cure for cancer?" I said, "I'm way beyond thinking I know." Then I had 5 other doctors in examining patients, and he asked if he could go in with them and examine patients, and I told him he could. So then he told me, he said, "You have it, but the medical profession will never let you do this to us."
After a while, a mysterious group of entrepreneurs showed up, offering Rene $1 million for the secret formula. but she flatly refused, as they would not guarantee that her cure would be made available for free to anyone who ever needed it.
Rene Caisse was called before the legislature in 1938 to determine Essiac's legal status.
I was trying to legalize my treatment, and the patients went out and got this petition signed, 55,000 names on it. And I went before the legislature, and I lost out by 3 votes.
Public outcry forced the establishment of a cancer commission to investigate herbal remedies. The greatest majority of Rene's evidence was rejected.
You see, they said the doctors all made mistaken diagnosis. That's why the patients thought they were cured. I kept on my clinic as long